The United Nations Children's Fund says that nearly 500,000 children around Lake Chad are likely to suffer severe acute malnutrition due to drought and a 7-year insurgency by Islamist militant group Boko Haram in northeast Nigeria. Of that number, 49,000 people in Nigeria's Borno state, Boko Haram's heartland, will die this year if they do not receive treatment, according to the United Nations Child Agency, which is appealing for $308 million to cope with the crisis. However, to date, UNICEF said it had only received $41 million, 13% of what it needs to help those affected in the 4 countries, Chad, Nigeria, Niger, and Cameroon, that border Lake Chad. At the start of 2015, Boko Haram occupied an area the size of Belgium, but has been pushed back over the last 18 months by military assaults by the 4 countries. Most of its remaining forces are now hiding in the wilds of the vast Sambisa forest, southeast of the Borno provincial capital, Maiduguri. UNICEF said that as Nigerian forces captured and secured territory, aid officials were starting to piece together the scale of the humanitarian disaster left behind in the group's wake.
The unfolding situation in northeast Nigeria, where the advancing military campaign by government forces together with the multinational joint task force against Boko Haram has in recent weeks been exposing a catastrophic situation with incredible suffering among the population.
In Borno, nearly 2/3 of hospitals and clinics had been partially or completely destroyed, and 3/4 of water and sanitation facilities needed to be rehabilitated. Despite the military gains, 2.2 million people remain trapped in areas under the control of Boko Haram, which is trying to establish a medieval caliphate in the southern reaches of the Sahara.
Many of the displaced are women, children, the elderly. There are urgent needs pretty much wherever we're looking. We've seen adults so exhausted they're unable to move, children with swollen faces, hollow eyes, other clear indications of acute malnutrition.
Militants are thought to have killed as many as 15,000 people since the launch of their armed campaign in 2009. Responding to its battlefield setbacks, Boko Haram has turned to suicide bombings, many involving children. UNICEF said it had recorded 38 cases of child suicide bombings so far this year, against 44 in the whole of 2015 and just 4 the year before that.